we're looking at tradition. And when you take this conversation back to our villages, back to Wajir County, back to Taita Taveta, they will ask you, all right, I'm a woman, I want to be recognized. Stephanie has said that a woman over 30 years consented to this practice. So what are some of the alternatives? Because the discussion has since changed. The narrative has changed to alternative rites of passages. And those are some of the conversations that might be community-led strategies that are there. Maybe the anti-FGM board can weigh in on the same. And Josephine, you can also weigh in on the same and tell us, what are some of the alternative right-based passages, alternative rites of passage that we can adopt? Now, it's not the cut. For us to recognize you, will you recognize you based on a degree? Will it, for my parents, they are concerned, dowry itakuja ikiwa kidogo, no one will want to marry my daughter. So what are some of these alternatives? Maybe we can give a round to the panelists to weigh in on the same. Yes.
Okay, Maureen, maybe to answer that, when we're talking about the alternative rites of passage, what we've seen being done in the communities ever since, FGM was outlawed in our country and in the communities and, other countries in Africa and globally, what we have seen happening is that we've seen women, there's a lot of training and mentorship going on. First of all, we're talking about the impact that FGM has on the lives of women and girls, the short-term and the long-term consequences, because this FGM is irreversible. It is a permanent, life-changing trauma event that stays on with a girl in her life. And we've seen that, with the empowerment, the mentorship, and the training, we've seen that women can do more, they can be more, and they can make much more out of their lives. So having role models, having champions of change. Today we have a survivor with us who is on the panel, and she's able to speak out. She's using her voice, she's using her story to tell it to the girls. So when we have a situation in the community where they're able to sit maybe with their aunties, with their mothers, and have these discussions on sex education, on, what it means to be empowered, what it means to, just not go through this practice, we show them that the benefits outweigh the risk. Yeah? The benefits outweigh the risks of FGM. So we're seeing a lot of community learning that has started, women now sitting with their girls, and we've seen a lot of male involvement. Even the men are standing up and saying that, no, I am not going to marry a girl who has gone through FGM. And like we've seen, there's a lot of pressure with marriage and all these things. So when men are also speaking out and they're like, no, this practice cannot be done. We don't want it to be done because we are now more aware. We can now just sit, and girls at this age can sit with their parents, even at with the religious organizations, have conversations with your girls about, life and, their sexuality. Allow them to be them, as opposed to, just snatching away their fundamental human rights and just leaving them out there. So we've seen that this is having a lot of impact in the sense that having conversations, and this will not only have, this will have a domino effect, not only on the individual life of the girl, but on the family, on the community, and the global development agenda. So I just feel like these trainings and these conversations that we're having at the community level now, as opposed to the practice, will have much more impact. Maybe we can have our Bunny from the anti-FGM board, because they're doing a lot of work on this, and they can be able to even shed more light on this issue. Thank you very much.